Sorry, I did my wordplay on thoughts and prayers. So real quick, of course, Stitt, Inhofe, Langford, had absolutely nothing to offer except thoughts and prayers. And what really annoys me about Langford especially is like in a 50-50, and kind of what you guys were just talking about, like in a 50-50 divided Senate, like any of you guys are kingmakers. Like you were potentially the most powerful person on any issue in the United States. And so to sit here and act like we can't figure out a way to curb this, it's like if any of you at any point decided to defect from your party base or from your talking points or from whatever, you could like instantly get something through and be the hero. And I just...
Wait, is this the tweet thread where he was talking about the reason people commit gun violence is because of a lack of God and broken families and shit?
Oh, did Langford say that?
Oh my, yes, he did. And I was just like, what?
No.
I think it might have been in that thread because he was talking about one of the shootings and he was like, let's see, he was talking about how basically
I was like wondering if maybe
school shootings are because of a lack of like God and wholesome families type shit. And I tweeted about it earlier this week because I was just like, are you kidding me, bro? Anyway, he's so out of touch. That's just the point. Is he's such an idiot.
I just feel like, I don't even think it's idiocracy. I think they're actively trying to do this. Like, they always put out these mailers that Nancy Pelosi is bringing in the illegals and the Muslims and like all of this sort of shit, knowing it's not true.
Yeah.
And so they'll go ahead and continue putting out this shit to appeal to their base, and that's it. Like, that's just it. Like, I think they know exactly what they're doing, and that's what makes them evil.
I think it's really interesting to note in all of these tweets from Stitt, who started off, Sarah and I are praying, Inhofe saying, Kay and I are praying, Langford's like, Cindy and I are praying, but what the fuck are y'all doing?
Right?
Y'all and y'all wives can pray all day long, but y'all need to do something a lot more tangible than that. Like, get the fuck.
Yeah. And I mean, Stitt's very first law was to sign permitless carry, which almost got a volunteer veto referendum in play on it. Like, that's how much people opposed it, is like people organically organized themselves and got like 40,000 signatures in like 10 days to oppose it. It didn't end up making the ballot, but I just don't think anybody is here for carrying a gun around anywhere you want.
No.
Which is part of what I think potentially made this Tulsa shooting worse. Because if you see a guy just carrying a gun around in Oklahoma, like,
yeah, like
legal,
he was, from what I understand, he was like maybe walking around outside the hospital or something before he went in and started shooting. But the police wouldn't have been able to respond and do anything anyway because it's legal.
So from what was it? The shooting at Louis? Is that what the place was called? Over on by Hefner Lake. So that was like the one situation that I've heard of a citizen having a firearm that they used to stop a shooting in progress. Because one of the people who were just happened to be eating at the restaurant at that time had a gun in his car, so he went out and got it, brought it in, and shot the guy that was trying to shoot other people. That was like the one instance that I've heard of where it's actually worked. But that's at a restaurant. That's completely different from a hospital.
And that guy was totally bonkers. Like he didn't even, it wasn't even like, I don't even think he had the wherewithal to even like really shoot up a place. Like I think he like just went in and shot randomly and then ran out. Like it was, he was like known to police before that for having, like he should have never been able to get a gun, was like the story behind that guy. So again, and he was like known to police for making violent threats in the past and believing he was like possessed by a demon. And I mean like, that story goes way beyond. He should have never been able to even get to the point he did.
Anna had a really good detail that they added, which was that the man who was the good gun owner, if that's what we're going to call it, had to go to the car to get his gun.
Yeah.
Like a law-abiding citizen, if that man would have walked in there and just started shooting people with an AR...
Right.
Then, 20 people would have been shot before he was even able to get to his firearm to stop the shooting, if that's what we're going to say, like,
Yeah, an ounce of prevention.
It
is
does
worth a
not
pound of
make
cure.
sense.
Yeah. Yep. Just preventing the gun violence from even happening would be way more productive and beneficial
than trying to turn everybody into a murderer.
Yeah. Exactly.
Thanks for watching our video. Please give it a like and hit that subscribe button for more content. If you want to engage with us, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram.